Boom, day 172. It is summit day, Katahdin. It is also Sunday. You know why? Because the sun is out. Sunday summit on Sunday. Three, two, one, hit it. Wow. There it is, day 172, unicorn.
I can't believe it's happening.
It's happening. It's day 172. It's August 6th.
This is it.
Yeah, now things are coming across my mind like, let's not forget day one when Wander picked us up at the Atlanta airport, took us to his house, fed us big old steak dinner with the family. Woke up, had his big fat breakfast, and sent us on our way. And I looked at Wander in the face and I said, Wander, you think we can hike to Katahdin and hit a continuous northbound? No slack pack, stick to white blaze, every single one, and tap Katahdin, regardless of outlasting weather conditions, and this year there were floods and there was rain, and we were fortunate enough to hit every white blaze, every single one, continuously northbound, every single one. And Wander, hey man, thanks for having our back. We're gonna do this. And this is what the trail looks like early on. Just gonna give you a little snippet here. Already an emotional morning. Not too bad of a grade right now. It's really early. I think we were the first ones out of camp, out of the birches. We like to take our time on the way up, so we left a little early. Looks like the weather's gonna be really good. It will be Sunday. On Sunday, August 6th, 2023. That is right. Katahdin, happiest known time. Let's continue forward. Let's continue northbound. And probably gonna have to put some of those clips up with Wander early on. Too many folks to name along the way. Gonna see if I can spend some time editing a little bit. If I'm not gonna be able to catch everyone, you're gonna have to just watch the videos over. We'll have to give a big thank you. But right now, I'm just reflecting on the beginning. So maybe as I make my way up, the timelines will start knocking down. But for sure, thank you, Wanderer and fam, certainly for kicking it off the right way for the 2023 season. I don't know. Hope we did you proud, brother. Peace. right before things start to get too uphill. I got the POV Action 2 camera on. 4. And that's not what today's video is going to be, but I'm just going to shoot the way I feel. No particular order. Thank you, Heather Anderson, Anish. Sent me a couple DMs through Instagram before the through hike. Wish me well. Told me to have a good time. Les Stroud, you didn't get back to me. I'm a pretty big deal, Les. So yeah, speaking of which, of course, Stubbs, Frisbee, Florida Trail. If you want to know day 1, what they've done. And Hawk. Let's not forget Hawk. You know, one of the few people that can relate to the vlogging aspect of all the other criteria that we have to face out here. There's a vlogging aspect as well. So I think specifically those 4. Maybe I forgot a few, I don't know. Sorry about that, didn't want to die over the bridge. Well, let's get back to that. Thank you, Heather Anderson, Stubbs, Frisbee, met him on the Florida Trail, gave us some inspiration. It's on our Insta, the story. You know, once again, Les Stroud taught me all my massive survival skills out here on trail, you know. Just not a one-trick pony. And for sure, Hawk. And I got cut short there, I was crossing that bridge. But let me just say this before I forget in the outro and I'm back home and I'm editing. The dude could have been in a million other places, and let me tell you, he could have been in another million places with Katie and the family and the dogs. And just kept coming out to see us to live Happiest Known Time. Just, it's almost like he embodied HST, even though he's Hawk. Like he jumped into the HST form and came out, but from beginning to end, and I think we got Tony D coming up here again. Thank you so much. With those 4, I can't really think of anyone else really right now that is totally inspirational. Stubbs, Frisbee, they were a couple, they crushed, they got so many miles underneath their belt. Heather Anderson, I always felt that she's the best through hiker, greatest through hiker of all time. Les Stroud, once again, he's taught me all these great survival skills. It's originally how I got my trail name, by the way, Rental, RNTUL. Funny story, but I brought all the survival gear out for me the first time. Just a wonderful time out here. Everyone just giving me so much support, and the family. Shout out to my sister, who just kept sending me the same ATR 6 Challengers, the black ones that I've worn, and Unicorn as well, and really being there as the eldest of the family, and saying, hey, I got your back, little brother. But it's been a good ride. I'm getting emotional talking about it. But people out there, thank you so much. Again, thanks to the HST fam and Hawk just being there when I know that you could have been in a million other places. By the time this video comes out, maybe Hawk, I'll let you all know, but thank you, Hawk, for just being there and just being a brother, man. You know this is not the last time you've seen a Happiest Known Time. But on that tip, everyone, it's going to be a little bit longer of an episode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put some reminiscent clips here in the background, if I get a little creative as I'm talking. But everybody, thank you so very, very, very much. You know, because there's not a lot of time at the top for everything that you've done. I'll talk about the viewing audience here in a little bit, but I just need to get a few of those out of the way right now, you know. A few of those things certainly touch my heart, touch Unicorn's heart. So we're gonna get ready here to go northbound here on the trail. Thank you very much. Oh, you know, I can't ignore this. We'll fade on out to this. You know. Don't miss the details. If you're thinking about doing it, don't miss the details. Happiest known time, baby. Happiest known time. right, we have some of what we're doing here a little bit later. Put the poles away because I don't think they're doing much right now. Make sure that camera's straight. An enjoyable morning here at just 57 degrees. It's just 58. You know, I keep bursting up like there's gonna be a flat. I'm gonna burst myself to exhaustion. All right. As you can see, we haven't gotten above tree line yet. You know, we did Mount Albert, Colorado, third highest peak, and then we did Whitney, second highest peak in the United States. We've got 14er experience, top of all the hiking and through hiking experience, but you know what? They're all different. Every single one of them. They're all challenging in their own way. And as Max Heap would say, weather conditions, they change everything. Certainly this year, the AT near the end there, if you go back and watch the video, I was boasting no rain through PA, New Jersey, New York. I mean, I don't think I got rained on maybe once. But man, maybe we didn't suffer 3 weeks of it like some people did. Took a few zeros, but man, dude, we cashed in on the notch on July 10. We cashed in there. Just rain, right? No lightning, just. And boy, did it come down in that Vermont storm on day 145. Nearly broke my soles back and almost my back. Everything was falling out. I was using limbs to climb up, like off these trees, ones that were alive, and they were just pulling right from the tree because it was so moist. Things were just falling out of the ground. I think there's a lot of blowdown and stuff after this season behind us. Here we go, up the scramble. Unicorn's behind me. Oh, unicorn, you see that? Yeah. That is Sunday. It's a Sunday. On Sunday, we're summiting Katahdin. That is right. That is right. In true fashion, in true form, it is a Sunday on Sunday. On that note, I'm gonna go up this little rock here. Stay low. We'll catch you after one puff, after two puffs, and after three puffs. Oh, you got a white mushroom and a white blaze. Catch you on the flip. Sunday on Summit Sunday, Katahdin. All right, just through an interesting part here. Figured I'd put the camera on. Some big boulders. As you can see, Unicorn is enjoying a moment of flat ground. Ooh, it's opening up. Oh wow. Let's get up this. This is real life, real world footage here. Look at that. Barney Rubble, paperclip. It's doing great. Keep the hat on the head. Ooh. A little bit thin. Do it. That is how we do it. We're good. Woo-wee. Look at them views. Oh yeah. Happiest Known Time. It's really windy, but it's fine. Really windy, but it's fine. Already scraped up my knee pretty good. Look at that. Look at that. It is Sunday. Sunday. Summit Sunday. Knees bleeding a lot.
A lot?
Oh, it's all good. All right. As you can see, Uni was waiting for me. She got up here somehow. Oh, there you go. Just like that. That's how you walk this rock. Woo! That's right. Happiest known time, baby. Woo! Let's go. Okay. A little booster?
A little booster.
All right, we'll be back on the flip, baby. Peace. 16, 16. Blew me. The wind is very real. Together so my hat doesn't blow. Look at that view. Ooh. This is a climb. On Sunday, we're summiting Katahdin. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna continue the wind. Catch you on the flip. Let's do it. Making our way up. Get Unicorn a little bit of a head start there. The wind died down. Let's see if we can do this. As soon as I said that, the wind picks back up. What do you know? There's the views. Amazing stuff, people. Amazing stuff. We're making our way up that mountain right there. 21.
Look, I made it to this side.
After a little hyperventilating by Unicorn. The whole way up, we're good. We're good. You just gotta step 1 foot at a time. We got it. Look at that. 172, baby. Let's go.
This is it. This is the gateway.
Yep.
Okay. 1.6 to go.
Let's go. 24, 24.
You just summited. You hold that American flag, very proud. Very proud, Graham. You started late April, you're a crusher. Graham, I got two questions for you.
Yeah.
And if you did the trail over, every resupply point, every food point, what would it be? It doesn't matter if it's a pack in, pack out food, what would it be?
What would the trail be?
What would the food be? If you can have this food of choice.
What would the food be? Oh man, only one.
Only one food item.
The big frosted honey buns.
Let's go.
They're like the 800 calorie, or actually these, what do they call them in Maine? The whoopie cakes?
The whoopie cakes, the big ones, 700 calories.
Yeah.
700 calories.
Yeah, those peanut butter things.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, after you eat that, you have to go poop. When you wipe, are you a scruncher or a folder with toilet paper?
I actually have a bidet.
Oh, he's the third bidet!
I use a bidet with the folded toilet paper.
So he's like unicorn, he's a hybrid.
Combo, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna hike Happiest Known Time, Graham. You just summited, we're about to do it. On the count of 3, Graham, holding that great American flag for freedom, baby. Hashtag Veterans Day every day, that's right. And also the first responders. On the count of 3, we're gonna Happiest Known Time it, okay? Unicorn, you got it, Graham? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happiest Known Time! Woo!
You tap first, honey. You can tap first.
Oh my God.
February 16, 1939, New Hampshire. Bartlett, New Hampshire. We got your flag up on the fire truck. We're gonna do it. Every white blaze. No slack pack. Continuous north. Hashtag Veterans Day every day. And for the first responders. Let's go. We got it. Let's go. Tap it. We did it. We did it.
Oh man. Happiest known
Happiest
time.
known time, baby. Happiest known time.
Woo! Oh man. Happiest known
Happiest
time.
known time, baby.
Woo!
Happiest known time.
Woo!
Okay, yes. Okay, now while he's there, you have to grab. Yes! Yes, we did it! We did it! We did it! Okay. What camp is this?
Camp Kiev.
Camp Kiev? Out of what state?
Maine.
Maine.
Let's
Let's go. We're gonna go down and you're gonna go to your first names, right? Boom.
I'm Sawyer.
Sawyer.
I'm Teddy.
I'm Clayton.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Lincoln. Will. Dawson.
Grant. Charlie.
You know what I'm gonna say? Hey, girls, eat your heart out, man.
What is this, like The Bachelor? All these guys are good looking. On the count of 3, we're gonna say happiest known time when you're about to summit. On the count of 3, we're gonna happiest known time it, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happiest known time! Woo!
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, have a good one, man. Boom, looks like we're taking A-ball down. We're gonna take Hunt back down. We're taking A-ball down. What the heck? Adventure awaits. Let's go. Awesome.
All right, it's going down Able. This is it. We're going down Able. Look at the views. Wow, it's stunning. Right.
Yeah, like a cable car system?
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Let's start a poll for a cable car.
But the cable car,
For through hikers on their way down.
but the cable car can only run if you through hiked. It cannot bring.
On the way down.
Yeah, no, just day hiker passengers.
So the locals get to come up.
Indeed. Hey, this is all right. I see the pathway. This is all right. We're okay. Bad. You don't need your poles here.
Do this right here. Boom. 172, right? August 6th. We summited. We had a tour guide. Let's start with the tour guide first. What was your trail name?
Breakfast scramble.
Trail name.
Nope.
Jukebox.
Roadrunner.
Congratulations, Roadrunner. We're going to start with you. If you had one type of food at every resupply point, what food would it be? The whole trail. If you did it again right now, pack in or pack out. I don't care what it is, bro. What food would it be?
Just a good bit, just a good plain bagel and just a load of cream cheese.
Boom.
A giant deli sandwich.
Boom.
Cheeseburger.
Spaghetti.
You know what happens when you eat spaghetti or all these foods? Eventually it goes through your digestive system and you have to wipe. Toilet paper. Are you a folder or are you a scruncher?
Folder.
Scruncher.
Scruncher. Fold and scrunch.
Hybrid!
It depends.
Hybrid! It's come up.
we're having
There's a lot of
time
hybrids.
for that.
I tell you what, folders, they came up in the first half. Scrunchers have come on strong. Hybrids, couple per day, users with no toilet paper.
And Marco just uses leaves.
Marco's leaves.
He's his own category.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone here. We hit tree line. I think we're okay.
He doesn't filter his water.
You gave us happiest known time, bro. Guiding us down A-ball. So on the count of...
Oh yeah, the Katahdin scratch. I got one on my knee. That's from 2 weeks ago when I got it. Yeah, he's wrong.
We're gonna music overlay to that?
Mine never bled. I got scratches. These didn't
In my
bleed.
knuckle.
Okay, I'm gonna go music overlay to
And
this.
the knuckle. You should see my soul. That's really scratched up.
So, we're gonna celebrate our scars, but we're also gonna celebrate happiest known time because everyone here is living happiest known time. We all have to go back to the other world a little bit, but we'll be back on trail. We're gonna meet everyone. On the count of 3, we're gonna happiest known time it. This is gonna be at the end of my final video. 1, 2, 3. Happiest known time. Woo! Boom, here we go. It's 172. We just got trail angeled. Marco right here. Marco, you look, next time you need to cry on the mountain and hug me, you can. Look, man, we got emotional.
He helped
I'm
me
joking.
coming down.
I'm joking. I got emotional. I leaned on Marco. I'm joking. I leaned on him on the trail. Trail Angel right here. Who do we have? What's your first name?
Kiwasabi.
I'm Victor.
Took us all the way from where to where, honey?
From the A-Ball campground all the way down here to Millinocket at the
Civilization.
Appalachian Trail Hospital.
And you will have to, look, in a second, Graham knows Wander, Wander knows Graham, so it's end game right now. He's like my brother.
I know Wander.
Oh, he knows Wander too. Oh, Wander, I mean, he and my bro, anyone that knows Wander is my brother, right here.
Right, baby.
Boom.
Amen.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very
Amen.
much.
No
You guys are
problem.
living happiest known time. Thank you
Absolutely.
very, very, very much for your help today. We're
Wonderful.
living happiest known time,
Let me
baby.
get a quick picture. You go, gentlemen, on there.
All right, let's do it.
This yellow one or that one there.
What was your name again, sir?
Cody.
Cody?
Trash Panda.
Trash Panda.
So a guy came in and he had that one on his shoulder strap.
Like right here, right?
Yeah, right here.
So bar shakedown.
Now on his hip, if you look up here on the top shelf in the back, there's a black machete.
Yes, sir.
Up here on this one,
Yeah.
black machete
the
in
big
the
long
back.
one.
Yeah, the big one.
2.5 feet one.
So he had that on his chest strap, and he had this one on his hip.
He was gonna blaze trail.
Well, so that one was to defend from people, and this one up here was to defend from bears.
Okay.
So we just had to have a nice talk about you don't need to defend yourself from people on this trail. It's safer than going to your own grocery store.
Yes, it is.
This was also going to be used for cutting down trees in camp. And we had to talk about leave no trace. And so just after a nice conversation, he left those behind.
So Trash Panda, where were we at again?
The AT hostel in Millinocket.
Okay, and Dennis the Menace, someone brought a slingshot, bro?
This slingshot, I've got a couple of those in the back. This one is my favorite because this gentleman
It's a
showed
wrist
up
rocket.
a couple of years
That's a wrist
ago,
rocket.
and his plan was to hike the whole trail without carrying any food.
So he was squirrel hunting for real. Birds, squirrels.
Birds,
Illegal
squirrels,
as hell.
rabbits.
What was your trail name?
Skippy.
Skippy, and when you walked in, you noticed me,
Yes.
but you didn't notice the wife.
Didn't recognize
Because
him.
I'm the celebrity.
Right.
Yeah.
It must have been.
Remember,
I
Hawk,
just
little
remember.
Buddha, I'm gonna teach you guys how to be humble.
Actually, I probably missed her though because I saw your face frontal on.
Understand
I saw the
how-
side of her
It's fine.
face, and I
It's
didn't
fine.
recognize her.
I actually am the
Again,
humble
Hawk, little Buddha, if you're watching, understand how to be humble. Understand how to handle celebrity
And I
status.
saw you in the
Come
first
here.
week of May and
Yeah.
down by Carlisle.
DM
Down in
me.
Pennsylvania.
DM me.
By that milk, the milk
Trash,
shop.
Trash Panda,
Got the chocolate.
you're living happiest on time with us
Wasn't that
because you
sweet?
got us a place. You
Yeah.
got us a private
Really
room.
good.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Trash Panda. You're a good
So how's the
guy.
rest of your hike?
Fist bump backwards.
Fist bump.
Boom.
All the way up, huh?
For you, town clothes, shampoo, conditioner, things in there. For you guys, town clothes are back here too.
I'm sorry, was laundry in here too?
Laundry's under the staircase you came up from the street.
I'm gonna grab some.
You know it, Ose, can you see? Our day is not yet over. We're headed to Angelo's Pizza. Outside. Oh, you know. I got kind of like a wobble to me. Got the hiker wobble. At least I'm done. But we're gonna go ahead and look at Unicorn pointed this out. She's like, look at that. What do you think? What do you think? What kind of bird? I'm in town, but I'm still birding. John JDS said I'm not just a birder. John JDS over the comments says I'm also a twitcher. I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty long episode. We're gonna do some editing. I'm certainly gonna give you a lot of behind the scenes here because, well, because I want to. Because I like to keep in touch with the viewing audience. Let's go get some food. See it right here. Angelo's needed the real name. They didn't like trail name. Like, we want a real name. Let's do it. Boom, 172. Look where we're at. You know whose signature that is right there? That's Earl Schaefer. That's right. Earl Schaefer stayed in this very room. He did.
First person to ever hike the full Appalachian Trail. There's an article about him
There's an article about Earl Schaefer right here.
right there.
First person to do it. Slept in this very bed, but it's not his bed because they changed beds, but he slept right here.
Yes, he did.
So, now Reynolds.
No, I don't know.
Reynolds here. So maybe they'll be talking about me. they'll say that Earl Schaefer slept here and Ronald slept here. So let's talk about staying humble. Something I'm very good at. Earl Schaefer has slept here. Now, Ronald, I spoke to Trash Panda about that, the owner of this hostel. And he gets to now boast a little bit more marketing. I apologize for the influx of business that may come his way because I stayed here, right here in this very bed. Let's talk about some things. How many miles?
Well, it was 5 miles from the Birches to Katahdin's Peak.
Right.
And then we took the A-Ball Bridge trail down. And I'm not exactly sure how many miles that was. I think somewhere like 3 to 4 miles.
Yep. Okay.
That 5 miles to end our through.
And we're going to have a double outro. So this is just the outro here. We're going to have some things because the videos are a little delayed. So I think when I get back to the pad, I might add some things and some commentary because I just can't really like mentally think of it all right now because I'm pretty tired and shot and just trying to soak it all in. Pretty emotional day. Let's talk about some things. Graham. Boy, Graham, you're closer than you think, buddy.
Yeah.
Summits with Wander on the CDT.
But we didn't know that.
Summits, we didn't know. When I did the whole thing and hold the flag and, you know.
And we've been really reminiscing a lot about Wander lately.
Yeah, well, what happened was, we were talking about CDT and I said, that's the route Wander took. And he's like, well, I summited with the Wander.
He's like, wait, Wander? And we realized it was the same one. And yeah.
Let me talk about a guy with a good memory. He remembers the sticker from around the bend down the van.
Mile 69.
He's like, I recall that sticker. Who does that? Who looks at like stickers and memorizes them? Because there was a lot of stickers on that van.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Sticker was on that van.
It was. And he also, Graham, just to remind everyone how wildly successful the YouTube channel is. He remembers the John Z interview when I brought it up because actually I remember that one that you pulled it up and you just met him on trail. He brought it up. So Graham,
He saw our video.
Graham, you just making my day, making me blush.
Such a cool dude. So happy to meet you, Graham.
And Graham is so humble.
So happy to meet you.
He could be a little bit more humble though. So
But
Graham,
then we actually kind of met Graham maybe about 0.1 from the summit of Katahdin. So I want to say we kind of summited Katahdin with Graham.
yes, Graham saw us having a hard time.
Wanderer summited Continental Divide. They finished together. But we also summited Springer Mountain Terminus with Wanderer. So we kind of all summited
Something together.
something together.
And I met that young gentleman on the way down from the summit, and we were walking, and his friend scared me accidentally. They were like freshmen and 8th grade type of kids, and I was walking with him, and he was a bright young man, and he was talking, don't scare the hikers, and I said, no, I'm just tired, and I looked at him, and I said, hey, play sports? And he said, yeah, and I said, pitcher. And he goes, yes, I am a pitcher.
Didn't even know baseball.
Didn't even know. So just, again, just letting you all know that I'm not a one-trick pony. I don't just hike. I can spin books. Got many talents. I'm just not known for a body part, you know. I'm not going to say that, but I can do a lot of things. So, so very fortunate that you're part of this. Got to teach Hawk and Little Boo to have you a little bit more humble. Again, if you need you need classes, DM me on Instagram. I'm already getting flooded with them. I'll go through a step-by-step process on how to stay humble. Mm-hmm. But besides that, it was a wonderful day. We gave a shout out to the vets and the first responders up at the peak. It was a really good time. I don't want to get in depth about everything I wanted to get into because it's just not the time and place for it because we're pretty tired. Maybe at the homestead we'll do that and sit down and have a more meaningful conversation with the camera and give a proper thank you. But right now this is kind of like the first outro right now. Earl Schaefer.
That's awesome.
Randall.
That's alright.
That's super awesome. I love you guys for following, and I love you guys for leaving the positive comments, and I love everyone out there, first responders and vets and the families. I really do. I really, really do from the bottom of my heart. I joke around a lot. We joke around a lot, you know, Unicorn being the leader. We joke around a lot here on this channel, but seriously, thank you very much everyone for watching and following along.
Yeah.
friends, family, all the support, all the love, all the trail angels. We're going to give proper thanks here in a little bit. We have more to share, more behind the scenes. Don't what? Don't worry, be happy. Happiest known time.
Happiest known time.
We're going to show you a little bit of footage here. We're going to get back. We're going to throw in some more outro, some more conversation. This is the last video. Once again, a wild, wild ride. I just can't think of all the things I wanted to talk about right now.
Yeah.
But just a shout out to everyone out there from A to Z that helped us. Really, really, really helped us. We will catch you in here in a little bit. We're going to get something to eat. We'll be right back with some more meaningful information. Stay humble. Peace.
What's your name?
Alex.
Alex.
Ironic. Ironic. His name is Alex.
Boom. 00. You know, we were taking extra footage here. It's the day after our summit, and I've got a good friend behind me. We shared some times, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But I think this fellow has a message he'd like to share. I'm gonna turn it around here. All right. So that's what you look like, buddy, right there. It's your moment. So we've met before. You've been on camera before. Marco, right?
Yeah, bro.
Marco. Oh, you caught us at our lowest moment, Cohen. We were going up Katahdin, and Unicorn was in a state of shock and a little bit upset, and she was getting emotional, and then you were giving us motivation, and you got in there, and we got all emotional together, and I think it was a moment that all of us will have in our hearts. I don't know if I can put it on video and explain it to the public, but thank you very much. It was a beautiful moment on our summit day on Katahdin. I will never forget that. So, and I'm gonna go edit this angle.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna be difficult for you to see because of the angle of the sun. So right there, so Marco, what would you like to discuss today?
Well, guys, hi fellow hikers. First of all, a great sunny day down in Maine. It's beautiful.
And you've, I'm sorry, a little backstory. You have hiked a lot.
I've hiked a lot. I hiked in South Africa, in the Kingdom of Lesotho. I've hiked in Spain. I've already hiked 32 Camini in Spain. I'm from here in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to be hiking going back and hiking another Camino. And
you were El Natural. No toilet paper, no filtering water. But that is the truth, right? That is one with the earth. Yeah, I have to bring that up because I only meet a few of you guys a year.
I'm also an organic farmer. I try and leave no trace. I try and leave no trace, be with nature, minimalist. If I can live 6 months under my backpack, really. So
you've been around the block?
I've been around. I was fortunate to grow up in Africa, Zimbabwe, pre-internet. We did a lot of stuff. I was extremely fortunate. My life was great. And now, guys, I've been to close to, I don't know, 100 countries or somewhere around there in any way.
Right.
I have never, ever, ever experienced the kindness, the generosity, the help that I've received from you Americans, people.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you. I'm emotional. I cannot express enough how you guys make this trail possible. When I go back to all these countries, I am your ambassador. I thank you.
Wow.
I really thank you. I just can't say enough, you know.
Well, you know what? We're out here at the Hostel Outfitters, Appalachian Trail Hostel Outfitters, and we're just here on a beautiful day. We're getting ready to catch our shuttles and our flights, and that was the message that you would like to portray. You just wanted to thank America for having such a kind heart and a beautiful trail. That's amazing. Out of all the things that you wanted to say, this channel honors certainly the veterans, all over the world, but specifically here in the States, veterans, that serves in all the special forces, Army, Navy, and we can't forget the Marines and the Air Force, all the branches of our military, also the first responders, the firefighters, the police officers, and we really, really enjoy your company and giving thanks to all those folks that make it possible in this country. So not just the trail maintenance, but it starts off in the great US of A. For you to give thanks and appreciation. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to this channel. We have a lot of patriots watching the channel as well. We're gonna come visit you one day, Marco. I don't know if you're based out there, you can help us out in Zimbabwe, because you come from, you know, we looked you up on the map because I didn't know exactly where it was out. So you're a little bit southern, it's like South Africa, right? It's down in the south?
Between, yeah, it's somewhere there, a landlocked country. It's a beautiful, beautiful people. They've got, it's an amazing country. It's an amazing country.
So that's awesome. So you like to give thanks to America and the Americans here. We thank you, Marco, for bringing your experiences and your culture and your diversity and your thoughts and your way of living to the United States, because that's what makes the United States the United States.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
if we were
great.
all doing the
It's
same
great.
thing, if we were all looking the same, doing the same thing, it wouldn't be the United States. So Marco, I would like to thank you anything else you'd like to say?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you guys. It's all I can get. A nice warm hug, and I love you all. I love you all.
So Marcos, as you say you love you all, we can still hear you. We got you up to 100 yards, Marco. So as we
that was Mark Echo.
We're giving, you got it, Mark Echo. So if we are giving thanks to America and all that America has to offer from Marco. It's right there. The great US of A, United States of America. Oh, say, can you see? Marco, you exemplify happiest known time. We just gave respect to the flag. We're gonna give one fist bump, and brother, I will see you again in this life or another life.
I hope so, dude.
Okay?
Thank you, guys.
Boom.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. Boom, day 00, because we're off trail. No more numbers. But you know what? I thought to myself, no more coasters, no more stickers. And I felt horrible because I felt Trash Panda was one of the coolest dudes with the coolest vibes that we met on trail. We're certainly gonna remember Trash Panda. He's gonna be, you know, doing some long trails in the future. Maybe we'll bump into him at the house, invite him in, feed him, drink him up, jump in the pool, whatever he wants to do. If he wants to hit the parks, get some artificial on his journey in the future. And you see Unicorn here signing it. We're gonna give him the poster, Mount Washington and Summit. Little Buddha and Hawk. Boom, those two legends just held it. Now we figure he can put it into the Earl Schaefer room maybe, as a joke.
Wherever he wants.
Wherever he wants.
Pretty nice spot right above his head too.
But this was, again, continuous northbound, no slack pack, followed all the white blaze, every inch. You were obsessed. We were very fortunate to be able to do every water crossing. I'm very proud of that statistic because it's very difficult to do, especially with all the surfaces out there offer slack packing. Unicorn signing. I'm going to take it right here, everyone right here. This is totally official. Unicorn right there. We're going to go right here. You know, that's how I sign it, with a little smiley face. We're going to hashtag HKT, even though we really don't do that all the time. And this is awesome for Trash Panda. Trash Panda, what a wonderful place. Tons of history here. Very clean. That place up in Maine was pretty clean. That we didn't stay at, remember, when we had Trail Magic?
Yeah.
I believe those two places were the top 2 cleanest places on trail. I forgot the name of that place. It was very forgetful. He said hikers were forgetful, so we're going to forget him. That's what he said. He said it's tough. He says there's too many hikers. I don't remember anyone. I said, do you know this guy? He said, no, hikers are forgetful. We get so many here. So we're not going to even announce that. But he had a very clean hostel. I'll have to give him that. But Trash Panda, I know that you remember the hikers that come through. Clearly you remember the hikers. You tell us stories on all the items that you've shaken down people. I really, really thank you for a wonderful time here. This is the end of our hike. We're heading out on 00, and we've bestowed upon you, you know, people, stay humble. But you should be very fortunate that you have this.
Most humble dude of the trail.
All right, hey,
Appreciate it.
Happiest Known Time. We're gonna fist bump. Boom. Hey, if you get a chance, come on by here. Stay up in the rooms. You don't have to be a thru hiker. I know I don't need to advertise it because everyone knows where you're at. But for my viewing audience, if you're up here in northern Maine, check it out. It's an awesome place. There's restaurants, everything down the road. We're gonna be back. But before we're back here, Unicorn, get here over here to this side. On the count of 3,
We're gonna this is it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Here it is.
On the count of 3, happiest known time. 1, 2, 3.
Happiest known time.
Thank you, Trash Panda.
Appreciate it.
Wonderful time.
Happiest known time.
Boom, day 00. No more days because the hike is over. But do you know what? Save the best for last. It's the cherry on top. You are not gonna believe this story, people. You're not gonna believe this story. I cannot believe it. So, remember episode 1, walked up the stairs, and everyone knows that I'm a massive, massive, huge celebrity. I get to the top and I see who? I see a man named Chuck. Let's look back at that clip.
And look who we bumped into here. This is my man. He actually saw us on the PCT. He followed our PCT adventure. What was your trail name, sir?
I don't have one yet. I'm going to work on that.
Okay, what's your name?
Chuck McKinney. Yeah.
Chuck, and you started today?
Started today.
February 16, 2023?
Yeah.
You're hiking all the way to Katahdin, brother, right?
I'm going to, yes.
Retired?
Yep.
So you're taking your step?
Got all year long to do it.
Is there anything that you like to tell the class of 2023 on the AT? Anything you like to tell the public, my viewing audience?
No, it's just that I've been told many times, just get out here and do it. So it's time to retire early and get out here and do it. And that's what everybody needs to do.
Take your time, enjoy the moment. Exactly. You know what we call that? What do we call that here? We call that happiest known time. That's right. We'll catch you on the other side. Thanks a lot for being on camera, brother.
All right, thanks, man.
Who do I have behind me here?
Ruby Carver.
Ruby. You are the sister of who?
Soup Cup.
Soup Cup Chuck from day 1, people. When he just made me feel so good, he recognized your channel, he follows us on the PCT. He's behind us, he's about to tap. I think right now he's in the 100-mile wilderness. Could you believe it? We exploded the post office. We went nuts when we found out that this is Chuck's sister, Soup Cup. This is how the trail ends, people. This is how it ends for happiest known time. Day 1, Chuck. Day 00, the day after we tapped Katahdin, Chuck's beautiful sister here at the post office. You're giving us happiest known time. Unicorn, what are you doing? Come on over here. We got 2 seconds. Let's happiest known time it. That is right. Over here, get in the wrong side. We're gonna, on the count of 3 here, for Chuck's sister and Chuck's family, we wish them well, right? Cup? We wish them well. I cannot believe we're ending the hike vlog this way.
It's so crazy.
This is nuts.
It's so crazy.
This is the AT 2023, baby. Boom. On the count of 3, we're gonna say happiest known time, okay?
That's right.
For Chuck.
For Soup Cup.
For Soup Cup.
He's not Chuck right now.
That's right.
He's Soup Cup.
Soup Cup. Check this out,
Soup
bro.
Cup.
I'm following you.
His has filled in quite a
Mine
bit
has
since
filled
day
in.
1 too.
I lost a little weight, Chuck.
So has Soup Cups.
Soup
We're
Cup.
following him on Insta.
Yes, we are.
He's in the 100-mile wilderness. He's gonna tap.
On the count of 3, happiest known time. 1, 2, 3. Happiest known time. Oh, we happiest known timed it, but I forgot, everybody. Hashtag Veterans Day every day, right?
Right.
You served in what branch?
The Navy.
The Navy. So you know what I say about the Navy? And we thank you for your service. Hashtag Veterans Day every day. You know what we say here in the great United States of America? We just shown the flag with Marco. He gave thanks to all the Americans and the Americans that were nice to him on this through hike. You have yet to see it. It's a good interview with Marco coming from Zimbabwe. You know why? Because we have our freedoms here. We respect the flag. We respect the veterans and the first responders. We have a sign here that says welcome, freedom. That is right, everybody. We're happiest known time it. Thank you very much for your service. I wonder whose car this is on. I wonder if, did we call an Uber or who do we got here? Tony D. Jen's behind us. You know Jen.
Here too.
Jen's here too. We're about to go get some grub, Tony. What do you think? You're just gonna wake up and drive 900 miles and drop us off at the airport?
No.
Is this on an ending like we had before? No. This is
the Tony D experience.
This is the Tony D experience.
The Tony D experience.
Tony D experience. That is right. AT right here, baby.
That's right.
I'm pushing this out.
There you go.
Boom. We got chain link right here, 00.
We're saying farewell here. We're outside of a hotel, and all of a sudden we bump into more hiker trash.
Hikers.
Beautiful hiker trash. Tony's back there, Jen's back there. Came down from Greenville. That's right. So again, trail name?
Shaggy. And I got deodorant. I'm not hiker trash anymore.
Okay, indeed, indeed.
Ice Noodle.
And so Ice Noodle, I don't know if we got you guys on if you watch the channel at all, but hey, so if you can have a resupply food at every single point, whether you pack it in or eat it, whatever, if you can have this one food item at every resupply point, if you do the AT over again, what would that one food item be?
Mrs. Freshly's the triple chocolate cakes.
That is awesome.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
That's legit.
You know what happens when you eat? Tony, what happens when you eat? What do you have to do with your digestive system? What happens?
Oh man, you gotta hit the privy, baby.
And then what's the next question?
Do you scrunch or do you fold?
Do you scrunch the toilet paper or do you fold when you're wiping?
Scrunch.
Scrunchers!
Scrunch.
Holy cow! Again! I don't know what it is about the end of the video, but the scrunchers have come out, and I have a lot of data. I actually do. I have about.
She's clarifying her answer.
I will say on the trail, use wipes, that's a fold.
Okay.
Toilet paper's a scrunch.
Situational.
Okay. Situational again.
We have a couple of those.
All right, so thank you guys very much. You know what we do on the count of 3, right? We're Happiest Known Time it, right? Because that's what we're doing. I can't believe the Trail Magic followed us all the way to our hotel to fly out. We're meeting Shaggy, Ice Noodle, PCT in a few years?
Few years.
And then a few CDT after that. I sense Triple Crown.
Yes.
I sense Triple Crown, that's right. On the count of 3, we're gonna Happiest Known Time it for a beautiful couple. Future so bright, we gotta wear shades. On the count of 3, Happiest Known Time. 1, 2, 3. Happiest Known Time. Boom. Day AT. Georgia hat. Look at this. Feels like it's 105 degrees out here in the backyard. August 12th. Had the camera off for a few days. Still have to edit the film and release it. I'm just gonna add some clip here. Got a little bit of a pump problem. We're gonna get the little leak in the hose fixed. That's what's kind of bubbling the pool, but doing okay. Life is doing okay here at the homestead. So yeah, got to do some editing here a little bit. We're winding things down, kind of reflecting. Got to do a little outro with Unicorn. Certainly put it together. Hopefully we don't miss anyone, but finish up editing. Gonna get something to eat. Just want to let you all know it's 95. It feels like 105. So we went from like Maine down here in Central Florida and kind of trying to adapt slowly, but you know, I got the Boba Fett shirt on. You know I like my Boba Fett. Shout out to the AT and Georgia. Gonna go back to Georgia here in a little bit, maybe. I don't know, but outro here in a little bit. It's been awesome. We're just living Happiest Known Time here. Just trying to readapt here back in Florida. Catch you on the flip. Peace. Oh well, she's there right now.
Oh my gosh.
She's there right now.
Perfectly bundled up.
Perfectly bundled up. What do you think? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get ready to unlatch the beast. That is right. That is my baby. Let's do it. Let's get it off. All right, one last video of Unicorn folding up that huge van cover. Folding just like normally.
Trying to do it just like
the triplex.
Just like Wanderer taught.
Oh, that's my baby. Boy, do I miss my baby. Let's go. Let's get into this thing. Boom! August 13th. Wow. So we're talking to you today. Video will be released today, so we figured we'd save the last edit for Sunday, summiting Sunday. We're releasing the video on Sunday. It's the trifecta Sunday.
That's it.
Sunday. It's a beautiful day.
Sunday's a good day.
It's a great day. Let's go, Trash Panda. This is awesome, dude. You saw the clip. Really, really cool dude. Want to keep in touch with him. I think he's going to be doing some long trails coming down here.
That'd be awesome.
In these parts.
Definitely going to be inviting that dude in for sure.
Absolutely.
We got the beautiful bear can here.
Went the whole way.
Went the whole way, got it. We got the water bottles up.
Got a whole bunch more stickers from the beginning.
Still repping that PCT class of 21. We got Z-Packs here. We got a Happiest Time. We got all kinds of logos and HST. It's all love right here.
That's it.
Okay, so let's go down this list. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to shoot. So Trash Pan, a big shout out. Dude is awesome. We had a bunch of clips. Tony D and Jen, they gave us a ride.
Tony D and Jen, you guys are just so amazing. Thank you guys so much for everything, all the hospitality, all of the love, all the healing. Really appreciate it all.
Can't thank him enough. Marco, he gave a shout out to America. Yeah. Yes, he did. The great flag.
Solid dude.
Marco, he did. He just said, hey, I had to stop. Could I just say one more thing? Could I just say one? So we waited, woke up the next day. It was like, Marco, you ready to do this? We're going to hit the park. And boom, he hit me with the love for America and the Americans. I've treated him some very nice on the trail. He said the best he's ever been treated. And he's traveled the world, 100 countries, and he says America the best.
Yeah.
Hey.
Heard it from him.
#1, baby. The Descent family at A-Ball, we have to give them a shout out, right?
Yeah, we love them. Glad we got to meet them, even if it's just at the end.
It's awesome. They were great.
Yeah.
We were all cut up too. You weren't cut up there at the end.
I had some scrapes, but no blood.
No blood.
No blood.
Scruncher's making a huge comeback.
Huge comeback.
We have to do the stats. So I'm going to jump ahead. I'm going to stay on topic here. Scruncher's made a huge comeback. We'll get to that. But yeah, stats video probably coming out later. I got to watch and compile the data. But Scruncher's made a huge comeback. Big time.
Yeah, they really did. They really did.
And we have the mics on here because we have a lot of noise in the background. It's pretty hot here in Florida. All ACs and stuff is just going off. So
yeah, it's like over 100 degrees, very humid.
The radio voice, yes we do. The class of 2023, I have to say thank you. Just as two prime examples, it just seems like everyone really played along. They really did. So I just kind really give my appreciation to the class for playing along. Like the two that stick out to my mind is Vegas doing a water crossing. I'm like, dude, stop, dude. Could you just not water cross? Could you hold up? I have to do an intro, and he just stops for me. And Graham at the end, when it was like 50-mile-an-hour winds up there, he just summited, probably feeling emotional. We didn't summit yet. I just got done rolling my ankle. I'm like, Graham, could you hold the flag? You gotta hold the flag proud. I got some questions to ask you, and he held the flag, and he just played the part. So class of 2023, thank you very much. And that goes for everybody on trail. We had day hikers out there with babies on their back, I can remember, that were answering questions planned. So thank you everyone on trail for playing along. It really gave me personally happiest known time with the mic and with the camera. Steady Eddie. So like to just rest in peace, Steady Eddie. I know that
wow.
It was a tough year. And I would just like to say that we didn't get to meet. I know we had some people that met Steady Eddie, but it's unfortunate that I think it was either July 9 or July 10 that was missing in that hiker. But just like to pay my respects to Steady Eddie and the family. Our best. Okay. And to segue that's a tough way to segue, but I'd like to thank Wander again and my sister for making me the HKT tag on the fly. Right when I left, I gotta put my coffee down here. I don't talk about this that much, but I should have. Like when I left, they made me this tag, right?
That was a coaster.
Is it? Yeah, we kind of laminated. My sister cut it, and I got to Wander's pad, and he's like, "Yo,
it's laminated."
What was laminated, and it lasted the whole trip.
Yeah,
Happiest known time. Yes, it did.
Through some tough winds and stuff too.
Yes, it did. So
some rain and wind.
I think someone suggested on a channel. So this right here, this Cliff Bar, brought it from here, carried it the whole way. Again, I think we're very clear. We didn't flat pack.
2.4 ounces.
2.4 ounces. It's 2.5 now. It's a little damp. Carried it the whole way. I brought it back. I actually think it's going to go in a frame. So we're not going to bite into it. It's actually going to go into a frame.
Yeah.
Not because I necessarily like Cliff Bars, but yeah, we knew that we'd be in trouble if we had to bite into one. So let me just say that.
Yeah, it was like a emergency
fun
emergency
thing.
food.
Emergency food.
Glad that we didn't have to eat it.
Very glad. Day one, you can see that a couple, that was the title, like the description is a couple attempts Happiest Known Time on trail. We attempted Happiest Known Time.
I think we did it.
I think we achieved it. Boom.
Happiest Known Time.
Happiest Known Time, along with, again, the class and also the folks here online that have really cheered us along the way, even dating back to the PCT. We'll get to that. The stats and the toilet paper coming up. It's gonna take a while. I gotta watch all the episodes. Also, for people out there that have DM'd me that I've inspired them to hike or do a day hike or to get out there on trail, or I've inspired them to do something else. I've gotten a lot of DMs through the years. It's expected. I don't know what else you expect from me besides inspiring people. So you're welcome. Moose Power. I still have Moose Power. Do you have Moose Power?
I do have some Moose Power.
Okay.
I went in it too.
Love Moose Power. Merlin app, thank you very much.
Yep.
Cornell Labs, Merlin app came in handy. Every episode putting up the pictures, so shout out to everyone there. Just thank you, Merlin app. It just brought so much to the channel. I think starting from Virginia, I discovered it.
Yeah. Angel's Rest.
Yeah, the frostbite is real. I don't know, it's still there. I don't know, we can...
There it is.
So maybe a tattoo there. So frostbite, you know, negative 19-degree wind chills. You know, I carry it with pride. Back to being humble. I just want to talk about something else. I have special powers. We talk about that one dude from Little League coming down, and he was talking about how he was a hiker, and I just stared at him, and I just knew what sport he played, and he was a pitcher. And
He
then
was a freshman in high school.
And then his brother was there, and I kind of brought out, like, Coach didn't throw your arm out, did you? Like, no one threw, because I know that age group, and they all giggled, and he's like, I'm not pitching next year, I'm a freshman. I'm like, coaches, if you're out there, I know you want to win, and the parents are shouting, but, like, don't throw the kid's arm out, man. And on that note, neighbor came over, and I was talking, you know, to her daughter, and we're talking, and I was just kind of like, you know, I have a feeling you're at that age group, you might go to Five Below. So I gave a little bit of something and said, here, and they told me that they were going to Five Below.
That's where they were about to go.
So just to let you guys know, I've got some weird vibes going on. I can kind of do that, but that's to be expected because I have
Still haven't won the lottery though.
I have more talents than just hiking, clearly. So just saying.
Just saying.
Be humble. Okay. The Happiest Known Time store. So there's a couple things on that. We're going to try to get it up as soon as possible. Stickers, shirts, and some other things out there that I'm thinking about. Let's just say I'm going to get it up as soon as I can. We'll leave it at that. We'll get back to that. Because one of the things that I want Unicorn to remember is to address our plans. I didn't write that down in the notes, so that's what you have to remember right now is our plans. And we didn't have to cut and edit yet, so we're doing good. Thank you to all the vets and first responders and families. Thank you very much. We've gotten a lot of support from the vets and the first responders as well on the trail. Trail Magic. A lot of the people taking us in their homes are vets as well.
A lot of the connections made.
Absolutely.
Made a lot of good connections.
What about that Bartlett family?
Bartlett family, can't say enough what they did for us with the anniversary, the cake, and the pizza party. Then they brought us along to their 4th of July parade. We got to celebrate with Rosie, the firefighter who works there as well. And you know, the morale that they gave us, King David, you know, Mama Bear, Rosie, everyone there, just thank you guys.
And the flag?
And the flag, took it to the top.
Oh, we did, over the Kennebec too. People love the Kennebec flag.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great, man. It's like we couldn't do that without
Thank
Bartlett's
you.
flag, 1939 fire truck, I think.
Yep, Veterans Day every day. Shout out to first responders, the families, you know.
Yep.
We're still feeling that down here too.
No doubt.
So yeah.
Z-Packs, boom, thank you.
Yep.
Monica Field Trip took care of us again on our second through hike. Gear reviews coming up, you know, but thank you as well. And I love my Kyanite LT, my Arc'teryx. This thing just performed and I still love it. So we'll talk about the gear a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Poland Spring, even though you're not a sponsor. We were very clear about that on the McDonald's videos that you're not a sponsor, but shout out to Poland Spring, even though you're not a sponsor of us. McDonald's Quarter Pounder, got to give a shout out there. And also Dollar General.
Dollar General for sure.
Yeah, because we did so much footage, and every single time people played along, they understood it. So Dollar
General has great employees.
If you're interested in a commercial, you can reach me on my About page as well. Remember the inheritance thing and the cars thing and the donation thing. Also there, Venmo, PayPal. Think big. PCT family, the viewers, you know who you are. We don't need to say them out loud. There's too many to name. Thank you very much for coming on over here and watching some AT videos. Commenters. Shout out to the commenters. And the viewers, but really the commenters. I know some people watch the videos and don't read the comments, and some people read them and watch them, but I read the comments, I read all of them. It helps us on trail.
It helps us a lot on trail. We really appreciate all the commenters. The viewers too, but the commenters, you guys really gave us an extra morale boost. It's that being in touch with the community that we really enjoy. That's part of our favorite part.
This has been an awesome ride. I'm coming up here to the end of my notes. It's getting very sad. We're gonna get people through this. It's a nice long video. Again, I shoot the video. I don't put a time limit to it. I shoot it how I feel it, you know what I mean? So HST people, Craig Maines, we're gonna give a shout out to them as well. We've been giving a shout out to HST Craig for a little bit here. I mean, way back, you can date back to my Vietnam videos. I was talking about Craig Maines. Phenomenal dude. Aside our friendship, if I may add, and our celebrity status friendship, it's a pretty powerful friendship. I mean, stay humble. But dude, he's on his 8th hike. So
he just started his 8th Sobo hike.
He's vlogging right now, dude.
Shout out to all the HST that's going to be supporting him along the way.
YouTube Craig Maines, CraigMains. He's vlogging right now, dude. I'm following. I'm there. That's where. If you want to ask me where I'm at, I'm right there every day. And he's on his 8th run. Phew, phenomenal. That's how I became a fan in the first place, man. So just want to talk about how we're very proud that we walked it and we talked it. We walk it like we talk it. We walk it.
Hiked it.
Like we talk it. We walk it like we talk it. We did it right behind us. Right from the bottom right to the top, right? That right there. We did it. We walked it like we talked it.
We did.
So we also platinum blazed it near the end like we talked it. So thank you to all the hostels, and thank you to all the hotels and motels putting up with all of our demands and needs, and could I have an extra shampoo, and could I have toilet paper, or could I have all the hostels out there, too many names. We're gonna give a special shout out in a different video.
So many happy memories made.
And also that brings us to the segue of thank you to all the private places that we stay. You know what I mean? Like that's what I call it, just inviting us in your homes.
It's your personal space.
In no particular order, but I think in the order that we went.
Yes.
Coach.
We
count Coach because Coach put us in at a major discount.
I think the biggest discount one could possibly get.
I think it's the largest discount, not for one, but for two. So Coach, Tiny Snails and Big Snakes, man. We got a list of songs that we're gonna have to make. And shirts and stuff, and so many things I'm going to talk about that I didn't get to talk about.
Coach.
It's fine, shirts, and it's going to be great. Jerry, don't forget Jerry. Jerry, we had a great time. Watched the backpacks.
Met him over on the PCT, and he took us into his home down in Virginia.
Avid hiker.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. Barney.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
You know Barney. Barney got that chill
He
pad.
gave us some hometown love.
Barney got that chill pad. You
Yeah.
get in there and you're just like, oh yeah.
Barney
Rubble. And Betty, even though she don't role play, she's Betty.
She doesn't want to be Betty.
And Betty.
But thank you anyway. Of course.
Unicorn's mom, Sandra.
My mom.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yes,
thank you, mother-in-law.
Thank you, Mom and Tim.
Love
you
you.
guys.
Daughter VJ, thank you for inviting us in your home.
Yes, thank you.
Shout
We
out
had
to
a
them.
great time.
Yeah. Happy anniversary once again.
Yeah.
Love you. Monica, you're
Thank
batting
you.
100%. Everyone that ran through tapped, right?
Big
All the
success
vloggers
rate.
you went through. I've been following, Monica. Good for you. It's that good. You're giving the good heebie-jeebies out there, the good ones.
We really enjoyed our time with you and Fritz.
Oh,
and
dude, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome food, awesome place. Great bed, great pillows.
Comfortable. Everything was so
That's
comfortable
what,
and cozy.
I consider that my first platinum blaze because it felt like a platinum blaze.
It
It was
was.
beautiful. Katie's van.
Shelter from the storm. She let us in, and what a trophy there.
Hey.
Katie's van.
Katie's van. Just end game. Just checkmate. Sorry, guys, gals. Sorry.
The HST provided.
Sorry.
Just thank you.
If you're watching and you're
guys
like, hey, I had a good
so
experience, I'm
much.
like, slept in the back of Katie's van. Sorry, checkmate.
This is all
So, thank you.
invitation only stuff.
Thank you, Katie. Remember, stay humble, Katie. Tony D experience.
Tony D experience was awesome.
The Tony D experience. That's what we're gonna call it.
Thank you.
Next time
Tony
we're up in the
D.
way.
Thank you, Jen. We love Angel. a little husky.
It was a beautiful place.
Beautiful place, beautiful piece of land in the middle of the woods in Maine, and
Sawmill in the back.
sawmill.
Hawk came on through with Katie, and
Hawk and Stops and Katie
came on through.
Brought the dogs by, had some good times there at Tony D's pad.
Hey, let's not forget, while I'm on that topic, none of this would have happened if Trail Angel Steve didn't stop and talk to you, and we just called put the dots together, even though we saw Hawk
Down at the Catamount.
We saw Hawk
Catamount down in Bennington, Vermont.
Yeah. I think it was Hawk day 38 it was we saw him, or day 38 or 39 we met Hawk on trail. But
he's on the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's on
right
the
around
thumbnail,
there,
somewhere
Grayson
around there.
Highlands.
Check it out though, but Steve really put it together. So Trail Angel Steve, you know, and you were...
Principal Stops made the original connection, but it was that HST sticker on the back of Steve's van that really made it that instant connection there. So it came back to HST as well.
Absolutely. If you want to...
connection, man.
As we're talking here, I'm wrapping up Q&A. Drop it down in comments if you have any questions you want us to answer. Maybe we'll have a Q&A episode, maybe not, but there will be a follow-up statistical episode. You got to give us some time. So put the questions down below. I think the best question might get some free merch once the store pops. I think that might be, you get a special code, but I got to get that store open. You know, I have some background and some reselling stuff, so it should be open quickly, but I think some things might be popping up. So Unicorn, before we let everyone go, we got questions on what we're doing now, what our plans, what I'm doing right now. I watch Craig Main's videos, but what are we doing in the future? Well, as you can see, we got the van and we're back here. We got to get the house set up and all, but I don't know. Again, don't hold us to it. Before I put you out here on the final outro, is I don't know. We might be going overseas. I think that we spoke to a lot of people on trail what our next plans are. There was a time where we're coming back, and the plan is there is no plan, and then it changes, right? And so we're looking at going right now to Southeast Asia, to Vietnam, probably for not a super extended amount of time, but definitely over a month. Last time we went for 30, but this time we were going for a different purpose than last time. And part of that is to kind of set aside some time to visit family and also to do some trails. I think maybe we'll hit Sapa, maybe we'll hit Fancy Pan. We didn't get to do that the first time because it was a pandemic COVID year and we didn't want to risk coming back with heat. So I think Fancy Pan is still on my mind, highest peak in Vietnam. Sapa's got wonderful trails, but more importantly, to find kind of like a base camp. I would like to set base camp there to oversee New Zealand and to see what it would take for Unicorn and I to do New Zealand. I know everyone's going CDT, but right now I think that might be the mantra, and that might happen sooner than later. So that's where the store might lag a little if we go quickly. So I didn't think things would move this quickly, but hey, everyone out there sighing, we still can bird over there. We can still take some massive trail and to do a little bit of research on, you know, New Zealand and our journey there to hike 3,000 kilometers from the top. I can't pronounce the hike. I'm not going to try to pronounce that hike. To hike the whole country. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, that really was it. That's my segue out, is to drop the questions down. If you want to know any other questions on the trail, we'll answer that in a different episode. And to take this longer episode, I'm going to enjoy this episode. I'm going to watch it over and over. It certainly is for us and our family as well. And I'll leave you on the outro. We're going to drop some pics, some of these moments here that we had near the end, and then we'll catch you on the flip, and we'll keep in touch with what we have with our travelers, right, Unicorn? Yeah. I mean, we don't know.
We want to keep this community alive.
We want to keep the community alive. We want to be part of it. The van still has to get fixed up. I think I'm trying to knock on Hawk's door to work on it. And he's on trail and he's doing so much stuff for Skip. And I'm just like, you know, what about the van? Imagine Hawk working on the Happiest Known Time van, and Tony D got a piece of maple on his attic, and we can put it on the table. But anyway, we got to focus right here, right now. Maybe we're going to head overseas. I got to do a lot of planning all of a sudden and kind of get in there and see what's going on. But don't know the percent. We'll keep in touch on that plan. But hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the hike. Much love to everyone. We couldn't cover everything. Statistic videos are coming up, some gear reviews coming up, and then updates on what we're doing with our immediate lives here in the immediate future, which I'll still be able to address some of the thank yous if we missed them. Really, from the bottom of our hearts, this was our happiest known time. It absolutely was our happiest known time. Right down to, you know, the sticker, right down to the working with the logo maker and the brand and what we embody, bumping into fastest known time. It was awesome. Hey,
2023 AT, still going on, Flipper Sobo. Wish you the best. For the no-bowers out there that finished and the ones still going that met us along our journey and the ones that didn't, reach out to us. It has been a wonderful time. It has been our happiest known time.
It has been. Happiest known time for real.
It has been.
Every day.
This was a 20-year plan at once, and it's 2023, bottom up, every inch. It has been something that we're very, very proud about. Again, to set the boundaries that we did on our hike, to do the hike this way. It was our hike, and we certainly hiked our own hike. And you hike your own hike, and you live your happiest known time, and we'll catch everyone on the flip. We'll be back. Enjoy the extra footage. Peace.